All right, I'm here with Jeremy Redman, founder of TaskMagic, who recently got acquired. Jeremy, how you doing today?
Dude, good, brother. Thanks for having me. I'm fucking pumped, you know?
Likewise.
So I really appreciate what you built because I don't think I told Rosa this, but you enabled my first business to
Really?
yeah, dude. I had no idea it was you with Acquire. I didn't make the connection until Rosa told me when you got acquired and it was Biz Apps. And I was like, what? Like, was that the white label app builder thing?
So you were a customer. Right
Yeah, dude.
on.
I was a customer. Like,
That is awesome.
you helped me get my first business off the ground. I called it Business in a Box.
Nice.
And you were when I turned 30 years old. So I'm 30. I just turned 38 now.
37.
Here we go.
Getting old. Getting
Oh,
old.
baby. Do you have any kids?
I got one. Yeah. Six.
Yeah. Me too. She is. Okay, I guess you got richer before I did though. So it's like, yeah, like she came along when I was 35, almost 36. So she's just now 2. And when I was 30 years old, I was working for a cinematographer doing his like back end operations of his business. And I made like $15 an hour. And because of Biz Apps, kinda, right? 2 months after my 30th birthday, I made $25,000 in a month.
Dang.
Yeah. So I
Maybe,
didn't know I was
maybe
going to
give
tell a story.
listeners context of what business apps did. Like, how were you a customer? And then we'll get to the acquisition, I promise.
Yeah. So my thing was I can go to market with things, but I can't build anything. Like, I'm a non-technical entrepreneur. I'm a non-technical person. And at the time, dude, this was pre-no code, like, whatever the fuck the apps are now, but like Adalo,
Yeah.
the co-founder of my new company was the founder of Adalo. And I built an app builder, which was, Andrew, which was TaskMagic in its first iteration. It was a no-code app builder. Oh,
Nice.
we were meant to do this.
Just went full
So
circle.
I couldn't hire anyone to build an app or build an app builder because I was fucking broke. And then I discovered your white label app builder where I could go into your platform, white label it, attach it to my like white label domain. So it was like business in a box dot, whatever the fuck it was or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like I was able to sell it to people as like my app builder. And I believe this was the case. And then they would just build their app and then it would push it to, there were like feature sets and blocks in this thing, if I remember correctly. And you could do like e-commerce. I don't know if you could do Stripe at the time. I think you could do Stripe eventually.
No Stripe.
No Stripe. Okay, see, I see it. I knew I didn't know. But like I built like a couple apps for restaurants and things like that. Like that's what it did really well. Some of those out of the box features. And then I just helped them go to market and maintain it. I actually think I remember the price point. Was it like $200 a month?
300.
Fuck. Okay. $299. Dang it.
Probably. We give a lot of discounts away. $290 was a common one.
Yeah, I don't think I got any discount. But I do remember tricking a lot of people. I remember you exposed me to like what the power of white labeling was.
Yeah, that was a good strategy because it allowed us to expand pretty quickly. We partnered with a bunch of agencies. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about.
Okay, fine.
Give yourself a brief introduction for those that might not know you.
Jeez, probably there's a lot of people out there that don't know me. My name is Jeremy Redman. I'm a non-technical entrepreneur who has struggled to build tech themselves, obviously, because I just used Andrew's Biz Apps thing for years. And so I was building apps, selling a bunch of things, helping people with go-to-market, and then decided to build my own no-code app builder in 2020. Went through Jason Calacanis's launch accelerator, raised a little over $1 million in venture capital through that, pivoted that company to what it is now called TaskMagic. And that was a browser tool, like a browser automation tool that essentially automated the types, clicks, and copy paste of the web. Kind of like you see with like Claudebot or Maltbot, OpenClaw, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
Name change 5 in a week. And so we were kind of like doing that, running locally on people's machines and in the web. And we added apps. That was kind of like a Zapier layer on top of it. I got that from accelerator / idea to an Inc. 500 company. As you can, if I come over here and the camera pans to, there we go, baby.
Way to go.
And then was able to get it to like 8,000 paying customers, like 60,000 users. And through talking shit about Zapier, we made like $5 million, something like that, like in total.
That's incredible.
So yeah, like really uncorked a lot of things in community. Built like 7,000 sub YouTube on the Jeremy Redman. So go check that out. And it really enabled, like this business really enabled a lot of people to automate a lot of things they couldn't do with APIs like Zapier and stuff. So broke entrepreneur, now turned millionaire thanks to fucking Acquire.
That was a special request plaque by Jeremy. We are now in the plaque business.
In the plaque business, you sell your thing for 7 figures, and Andrew Gass will send you the cheapest plaque on planet Earth.
I did my best. I did my very best for you, Jeremy.
You did your best, dude.
Tell me more about TaskMagic. Give me like some of the most common use cases. Was it like people at work? You'd automate like creating lead lists? Like what were you guys automating?
You know what's weird? Do you know what QA testing? You obviously know what QA testing is. So like, one of the most common use cases that everyone will kind of feel familiar with is, so like people have forms on their website, and sometimes you don't know if those forms are working properly or not. And you can go and manually fill out that stuff, say it's a test, and then send it. You get an email, it works, whatever. But you can also have TaskMagic go in once a day and fill in that form automatically for you. And then it sends you an email or whatever else and goes, form works. You didn't have to do that manual task. So that's not something like a Zapier could do for you. And it really was that's a kind of an expansion of like entering data in a form. There was a lot of that going on. Dude, some people like used it to build like websites and like WordPress. Some did that. Like they go, every time I have to clone this site, I have to install these plugins, and I have to attach this subdomain every time. And I do that 10 times a day. And so if you could do it on the web, like a human being could do it on your computer, you could automate it with TaskMagic. So it was really any repetitive task. And what's funny, dude, is we didn't focus it. And that was probably my biggest regret, that I never wanted to focus it to like this real estate automation or like this one industry or just for filling out forms. I feel like if we had done that, we probably would have been at 50 million in revenue and then slowly started to expand. But
funny enough, that's my biggest regret at a business app too.
All right.
Because if you remember the feature set, it was pretty wide.
It's pretty wide.
If we had gone very specific with, say, like restaurants as a vertical and just focus on having like the best food ordering system, probably would have been a much bigger company.
Yeah. Dude, oh, yeah. You had a WooCommerce section, right?
Yeah, WooCommerce.
Yeah, I do remember it kind of.
Yeah, I think when you're building companies, it feels good to go wide because the revenue is usually faster initially.
Yeah.
But then over time, at least in my case, we saw higher churn. We saw people switching over to different services because they'd go more specific into their needs and their problems.
Yeah.
But how'd you get your first customers for something like this? Did you market it super broad? Did you market it narrowly initially?
No, I begged people. So like, I will always try to tell people the real truth. And it's like, number one, start from the fucking barrel, bottom of the barrel, barrel scrape, just the broke ass porsies, like get whoever you think your target audience is and beg them and shame them to use it. Okay. So you start from a place of absolute no pride. So you're like, okay, I know a bunch of WordPress people who are really cheap and they're a couple friends of mine and I know they do WordPress sites. And I have this problem with this WordPress form that to just enter it and the plugin isn't updated and it gets broken or whatever. And some of my friends were like, no, I'm not doing this. And I'm like, dude, you hate all my businesses. You don't ever support me. This is a good idea. Like, will you use it? And so you shame them. You guilt them into, if you ever loved me, you would try this.
That actually works.
It does. It is the best advice because when you're that low, if you can't get anybody on your platform, but by begging them just to try it, give it up. Right. So like before reaching out to people and having a system, it's like, have you tried crying for your first customers? Like begging them, like going and knocking on their door or like if I had a drink subscription app one time, like that I was kind of building with BizAss, by the way. And it's kind of finagling around. And I would just go to Starbucks and be like, dude, drink subscription. Would you use this? And just begging them, bugging them. So it starts with like begging people, truly. Yeah. Like whoever you think could be a use case for this. Like I thought the WordPress thing, I knew a handful of WordPress devs and I begged them until they at least tried it and were like, this is pretty cool. And then, dude, here's the greatest part. Here's the greatest part of this. So then what will your friend, dude, Andrew, so let's see if you can get this. What will your friends do if they actually like the product?
They'll pay for it or probably ask for a discount.
Yes. Yes. They fucking want it for free. So that's when I knew I had something where I was like, oh, can you give me access for free or whatever? And you're like, yeah, that's where you get it. Even the discount.
That's good advice. If you build something and you can't get people to use it, if you're literally begging them, then there might not be anything there.
And then you start recording sessions with them, just like they don't even know. And then you throw that stuff out there. Like, I like building a company like just like how no one else does, dude. Everyone wants a system, or like everyone wants something repeatable. And it's like nothing is repeatable at the beginning,
Yeah.
Like, everything is on your knees, begging, crying, hat in hand. Please give me your money. Like, don't fuck around with people like before you have a product. Don't fucking tease it. Have a product, right? Finish the product with the MVP or the MSP, the minimum sellable product that someone will use that addresses one simple thing. Or take a complex product that can address like one simple issue that someone might have, and then go to someone who might have that one simple problem and just see if they'll test it.
I agree. Further down the line, though, how did you grow the business? Once you were a little more established, you had some friends and users that came on because you begged them.
Yep.
How did you grow the business from there?
We launched it on Product Hunt, and then I begged everyone on Product Hunt to fucking upvote it and stuff. So once we launched it on Product Hunt, I kind of spent all of those people who I forced to test it. And I said, I will give you some extra credits or a discount or whatever you need, but you have to promise to support us on our Product Hunt. Oh, check this out.
What you got?
Product Hunt Product of the Year.
Oh, wow. That's
Like
not an easy award to get. Well done.
No, it is not. Thanks, man. It doesn't mean as much as this plaque, though.
They're all amazing.
Dude, this is millions of dollars, dude. Because Andrew, look at that.
I'm gonna need to redo that and send you a better one,
bro.
I'll get a nice one.
Do not chop this out. Look at this cheap plaque Andrew lovingly sent me. Look at this ribbon.
Your request.
Look at that ribbon. By the way, for everyone, I was telling Andrew, do you just go by gas? I should probably just gas. So like, I asked for this, right? And he immediately shipped this fast, broke shit. This is the result. He should be somewhat ashamed. That's okay. But
it turned out better than I thought.
But this is why this is beautiful, is because he did it, right? Like, this is the begging for, like, you did this for me. This means more to me than anything you can replicate and a nice one you can send me. I'm honestly serious about that. Because like,
it's one of one. There's
yes.
only been one made in the whole world.
I guarantee you'll never ship one this horrible ever again.
Candidly, I didn't think the white border would be on there.
Doesn't that look so cheap?
It does.
I looked, and it was like,
hey, my mom always told me it's the thought that counts. The thought that counts.
100%, guys. I'm not kidding you. Everyone I've showed this to is like, that is really cheap. And everyone that has said that, I go, but this means so much because of how he did it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm telling you, now it does look cheap if I put this up next to these ones.
It might, right? Yeah.
But
I don't know if it made the wall.
I was just looking for a place for it is all, So like, I will hold it here because I'm so proud of this. You saved me from financial ruin, dude. And this plaque shows that, so.
Amazing. Well, tell me the business model behind TaskMagic. Was it a subscription? Did you buy credits? How did users pay?
Yeah. So, this is very tactical. This is a very tactical podcast. I'm taking you off on tangents, aren't I? I feel like I'm taking
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. You are, Jeremy.
All right. So yeah. So we started with subscriptions. Fine. Like, who people would pay, and I felt like we started that. We figured out like what was the price elasticity. Like, what would someone pay? $20, $200 initially. After we launched on Product Hunt, it was maybe like a year later. We were just like struggling to get sales, right? And because automatically being Product Hunt Product of the Year doesn't guarantee sales, right? Just FYI for everyone. Getting that that's why that trophy kind of fucking sucks. And this cheap plaque that I love means everything, right? That's 7 figures of fucking sale here. and that's probably like 10 grand. I don't know. There was nothing came of that. So after we launched there, we got some credit. We started talking to people about what they would pay and things like that. What kind of flows we could build for them and how they would use them. And it came to like automatically Instagramming or DMing in Instagram, right? So we would automate that. And LinkedIn messages, we would automate that as well. And we're like, how much would you pay? And we started with like a very high-end subscription, like $200-300 a month, right? And then we learned that those people are too demanding, right? They don't want to do anything. They want this done for you system. We wanted to productize it. So when we kind of made that shift, we were like, all right, we'll launch on AppSumo, right? And here's the hidden T with that is like, we were like, we'll just give it away for free, right? We'll just give the desktop app away for free. And someone from AppSumo, when we launched on Product Hunt, saw it, connected with me. I originally told them no. And then maybe like a year and a half later, we struck a deal that we were going to launch it. And I knew it could get some eyes on it. And that was kind of more usage-based pricing. But what we had unlocked is people will pay for usage en masse because we made over $2 million through that alone.
Wow.
Yeah. In a matter of 9 months, something like that.
Dang.
Yeah. So like it was actually like we made the first like 800 or 900 grand in something like that gross revenue in like 3-4 months. Yeah. So then they started buying more usage and we were like, I personally don't love paying for a subscription every month. Let's just lean into this. And then we just started doing usage-based pricing more than we would do on monthly-based pricing. But we still advertised the monthly-based pricing. So like, because people would come in and there'd be a freemium model and they're thinking, oh, I got to pay $50 a month. And then we saw, oh, this one-time price for this amount of usage, pay $500, right? That became so profitable for us that we could go, oh, and like a third of people would maybe anywhere like that, probably a third, about 30% would like rebuy more usage in a matter of 6 months. Wow. So we were like, dang. So although people can still buy monthly, we kind of like surprised them with little Easter eggs inside for one-time usage deals and then would repeat that over and over and over again, which led to like 3 million in a year.
Wow. That's incredible. Those are the best business models too, because you're getting like the most out of every single user.
Yeah. Right. Like I really do think there's this like subscription fatigue, you know, like I wish, I don't know what like your churn was at like biz apps, but it's funny to think that like you don't even have to worry about fucking churn, you know? It's like, oh, you paid me for all this usage and you're not using it because guess what? You forgot about it for the last 18 months. It's terrific. Like people fought me on this model constantly. Like, and I will forever die on that hill that, yeah, like a good VC backed churn rate for consumer prosumerish, I've heard is like 7-8%, like under 10 per month. Yeah. So it's like, so it's like Netflix is the gold standard, right? Like 2.5-3%. Gold standard is 3-ish%. Like public company, amazing. And you're still losing 40% of your customers every year, right?
Yeah. It's hard business.
Yeah, it is. So why not get 4 or 5 years worth of value up front? They forget about you. You forget about them. You're not supporting anybody. You know, like we're making out here. This is heavily profitable. That's why I call my house in the Hollywood Hills the house that AppSumo built.
That's amazing. And you could reinvest that extra cash that's coming in to grow the business faster too.
Or just line your fucking pockets, guys. Or just fucking, just line them pockets with cash, dude. Look, are you kidding me?
And customers are happy too because they're only paying for what they want to use rather than months where they're not using it at all. So I know it was great from your side as, you know, the owner of the business, but in reality, it's great for customers because they're not necessarily paying every month when they're not using the tool. I can't even tell you how many SaaS applications I paid for every month and I don't use them at all.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like come back. Yes, it is really great for fattening my pocket.
Did you know, random fun fact, tangent, there's people still paying for AOL dial-up internet?
Get out of here.
Yeah. I heard a couple years ago, maybe it was like a year ago, they're still making like 300 million a year from that. And it's gone. It's gone. You can't do dial-up anymore.
What? Is that real?
You know, don't quote me on it, but I know I read it somewhere. I don't know how true it is, but I assume there's got to be.
I want to believe that. Do you know what I mean? Like people don't understand that the subscription models are bullshit. right? Like,
well, another company, Planet Fitness, their whole business is based on gym memberships that no one uses.
correct.
Their whole business.
Dude, if everybody went to Planet Fitness that had a membership on this, they would not be able to support them. That's the thing, is people pay 10, 15 bucks a month. Can I give you an example, Gaz? Fun fact?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to call out this company because I think this is absolute fucking dog shit. So I used to use StreamYard, right? The streaming company that, like, for video or whatever. Okay. I was paying 50 bucks a month, 53 bucks a month or something. And then all of a sudden, 2 months, dude, I was paying like a good little fucking, what's the Catholic's boy? Altar boy. I was like just a good altar boy, paying my fucking fee. Was barely using it, dude. I wasn't even pissed. I was like, I'll use it when I get to it. Like a month ago, they raised it. They definitely probably sent me something. Hey, we're gonna raise it, right? They are responsible. I'll credit them with that. It went up to like 83 bucks. Same thing, 83 bucks. They just made 30 bucks, and even then, I was like, I don't know. Okay, all right, great. Yeah. So then, dude, last week, I get a fucking email that says my current subscription is going to $299. I've never, ever in my life seen that happen. I thought it was a mistake. I went in my subscription page, my account login for StreamYard, and it said your next payment is $359 or something around that.
Did someone buy them?
No idea. But here's what I do know is 50. They must have been losing money on me at 50 or 80, right? Because they were storing 4K video. Subscriptions don't work. And whatever that is like your Planet Fitness takes your 10 bucks, hopes you don't show up, right? Spreads it out, democratizes that cash, just like this company did, just like the venture capitalists, like fund this stuff, right?
You ever heard of Buffer?
Oh yeah, I remember Buffer. They were one of the bigger ones, early movers.
Yeah, social media scheduling app. They actually do this thing where they'll cancel a bunch of accounts if you're not using your account.
Oh wow.
So they'll shave off like 200,000 of revenue because people aren't using their account. Yeah, kind of cool.
That is really cool. I can't say I do that, to be honest, but like that is really I'm just like, leave it at 50. Let's not raise it on these people. Like that seems like it's a horrible tactic, right? Like I was gonna leave my thing and just leave it there at 50 a month, 53 a month, and then boom, there we go. So crazy. Yeah, that's why I loved this model.
Let's transition into the acquisition story. I want to hear, why did you end up wanting to sell TaskMagic? It sounds like it was doing really well. You had strong product market fit. You were literally making millions of dollars. What made you ultimately want to sell?
I don't think I wanted to grow that organization. Like we had raised venture for it, and like it had been 5-6 years of me, like, dude, it was a single employee company, right? So like, and it was only a single employee company because my wife, who's a CPA and loves everything by the books, was like, you need to like put yourself as an employee. Everyone, like the other couple people, one person or two people that would help were contractors.
Wow.
So like, which speaks, I guess, to that how cool it is that you can make millions of dollars with one employee, AI company.
Yeah, no kidding.
But and then get acquired with a single employee. So as I was going through this, I was like, dude, the weight of this, right, is like, I wish I could just focus on the community and content, and that's like the go-to market, not necessarily building the org or fucking around with payroll. Go to hell. I don't want to do any of the books, dude. Get your fucking books out of here. Like, dude, I operate, and I told every acquirer I use bank balance accounting. Like, there are emails that I write to people that are like, the details, don't care about. This was survival for 3 years. It was money in. It was how to make money from the product, how to make a better product for customers. That's how you get more money, right? And I would look at the bank balance in our like bank account going, obviously the bank account, but like I would look at our bank balance and I would go, can we afford the things I want to do this month? It's like, yep. All right, cool. Are we in danger of going out of business in the next 12 months? Not really. So like, and then I would keep going. And then because we had raised venture, like you start getting this shit from fucking investors, like who hadn't helped you in years, go, oh, can I have an update? And it's like, fuck you. Like, can I have some help? You know what I mean? Can you become an affiliate or tell someone about my fucking product? So like, and even I, as you can tell, I'm really hard-nosed, very absolute, because absolutes move the needles. I felt bad just hanging investors out, like because it was all safes, I could have drugged them all out forever and just profit shared the bitch. That's aggressive, but still, so it's like, I could have done, and then you have investors that are like, one met me here in LA and goes, so yeah, if we could just get our money back, that would be great. Go find yourself.
Yeah.
Go find yourself, right? That's cool. You think that, but like, I'm not an idiot. Standard YC safe, right? Like that's how we raise. It doesn't trigger until, the next price round or we have some liquidation event or whatever. And again, even I, who like is really boundary, I'm on the kissing boundaries. I don't do everything right. I just don't do wrong stuff. Is what I try to. It's just what I try to do, and I just try to break rules. And even I'm knowingly going to just profit share this. I didn't want to do that, right? So like we tried to sell it, it didn't really go. Tried to buy out investors, right, for whatever we could give at the time, which made things really complicated on my side or the bank balance side because the pressure to sell it became more needed, right? Because you're like, all right, you're buying out investors. LOIs fell through, like all of that shit. And you're like, well, at least the investors got some money back. I can live with myself, right? Now that this is the third LOI to fall, this is not going to happen. You're kind of thinking like, this is not going to happen, but at least I could deliver some money back to them. But between like raising venture, knowing I wanted to profit share it, and I really didn't want to build that organization around it, I was like, but my God, we just made the Inc. 5000. We just made the Inc. 5,000, 500, because that's what the people in the top 500 call it. Wait, Gaz, dude, BizApps made Inc. 5,000, right?
Yeah, so did Acquire.
Yeah.
Same one. Look, I have I have the same thing right here.
Hey!
This is the magazine.
Wait, you made this one, dude?
Yeah, I got a plaque right here, but you can't
what
see it.
What number are you on there?
569.
Bullshit!
What are you?
263.
Oh, man. Dude, see? Crushing it.
Yeah, no, but we probably had less revenue, right? So like the fact that you made 500-ish. Oh, wait, you're outside of 500.
Yeah, I'm 5,000.
Damn it, you got to call it 5,000. I get to call it 500 though. Scam.
Damn. 5,000. But dude, I get it. You had investors,
didn't want to deal with them.
You had liquidation preferences.
Yeah.
And you just didn't want to live a life where you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
Even if you're getting paid with profits.
Again, that's where my ethics lie. I always used to say like, my ethics are, I don't do illegal things, right? Like knowingly. I don't want to knowingly mislead anyone. Truly. I will break or bend every rule I possibly can. I'll fuck people over for sure. If I could do it within the boundaries of the law, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like friends. I got my wife and my daughter, and I got you and Rosa. Fine.
One thing I would push back on a little bit though is
try me.
With investors, every investor, if they're a professional, invests knowing that they could lose every single dollar, especially
100%.
Small early stage startup.
Yeah.
So if you had anyone pressuring you to sell, I think that's extremely bad form. I made a ton of angel investments in startups, and I haven't heard of them.
You don't even know. Yeah, dude.
No, that's okay. It's just it is what it is. It's just part of the game. Like every single place you can invest, there's a big label on the thing. It's like you could lose literally all your money, and if that happens, I was. I had an advance notice, but for someone to ask, like, if I can get my money back, that's terrible for them.
Oh, dude, terrible for. Even if I was just going, like, my true intent was to build the venture scalable thing, right? And then all of a sudden to have an investor flip, I really was just like, it was kind of my last straw of like, truly fuck you and fuck this other person who, dude, one person asked to buy out their investor shares.
Like you buy them out?
Yeah, dude.
If the company's not going anywhere, I'll just give you 10 cents on the dollar. Like,
I could have just quickly gypped people, but I didn't want to do that either.
Yeah, that's good you didn't. And then if there's safe agreements, like those can just sit on the side in perpetuity.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Again, I'll break and bend whatever I can. Something about it didn't sit right with me. Like, hey, if I could give something back 30, 40 cents on the dollar, whatever I could give to everyone, I'll offer it to them.
It's the right thing to do as an entrepreneur. These people believe in you initially, and even if it's not, the outcome you all had hoped for.
Agreed.
Like to end it the right way, it's really admirable, and I think says a lot about like you and your character for sure.
Well, thank you. That felt very nice to hear. I think I needed to hear that. And
a lot of entrepreneurs would probably have handled it completely different. And
that is what I heard, guys. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but like to finish out the story, you interrupted me. No, I'm kidding. I probably interrupted both of us and then went off on a tangent like I am currently doing. But to finish out the story, every investor who I offer that to, incredibly grateful. Like, I can't believe you even thought about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so that was very nice, but it also made it very hard because you're like, yeah, here's what I know I had in the bank account, whatever. And I told everyone, hey, we're trying to get revenue partnerships. We lost this one partnership, maybe, or maybe we lost this one, or maybe they just weren't gonna push something as soon or whatever. But like, hey, we're trying to sell it, trying to do this. If you know anybody, let us know. No one fucking knows anyone. No one fucking does anything. Like unless you were one of their winners or someone was on the board or whatever. But yeah, like that felt good to do that. It felt good to talk to investors like once it did sell just now and get more people some money back and line my pockets, buy a G class, that kind of thing.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you landed the plane. It's not easy to do. And again, a lot of entrepreneurs would have handled it differently. But I totally get you on not wanting to live with investor pressure over your head. Now you're free of that. You can go do essentially whatever you want.
What's funny, dude, is like now I feel honestly between us and your 3,000 person audience, I would do it again lovingly. And I would not take as serious the capital. So like I would burn all the capital right away. And here's the difference. Like why everyone says first time founders are romantic about their first company or whatever. And to my credit, I was romantic about the investors, which is why I took it so hard when they didn't help, or why I wanted to return some money, or why I wanted to make some of them proud. It was like you bet on me before anyone else did in my entrepreneurial journey. And all I wanted to do was be an entrepreneur my entire life.
Yeah.
Right? That. And so I ate, slept, and breathed everything I had tried to tell people. And when sentiment started to flip on me with some people, I literally flipped the script and was like, oh, fuck you. Right? Like, yeah, I get it. You might not know how serious I take this or personally I take this. But like I'm working every fucking day for your return and you fucking play that tone with me. Now with the new venture, because we already raised some venture for the next one from an existing investor. And they were like, dude, when I gave money back to a couple of funds, they were like, can we put firm money into your next thing? That's when oh yeah, dude. But that's when I go, but I've got my own money.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that made them want to invest even more.
Yeah.
So
one thing about investors too is, at least in my experience, when investors are pissed or upset, it's usually a reflection of their whole portfolio and how it's doing.
Oh, that's smart.
Like they're not necessarily like, oh, because again, you invest and you're probably going to lose it all. But if let's say they had another investment where they put in 10 times the amount of money, that's going to zero. They're kind of in triage mode.
Ooh.
So I think just not taking it personally, because again, like the other perspective in the shoes of an investor, like most SaaS investments are underwater right now. With AI, they're made during COVID or at the same time, as your business. Yeah. Like that was a tough vintage for investors, but
dude, it's all good, dude. It's all going to fucking shit. Like, honest to God, SaaS hasn't even played out as a fucking model, guys.
Let's not go this tangent. That's another
dude,
podcast.
I'm telling you, but isn't that funny?
Well, hey, I want to hear about the acquisition.
Oh yeah, go. Oh, look at this. It's 250. Gaz is trying to keep me back on track, everybody.
Tell me about the acquisition. How did go on acquire? Give me like the cliff notes and we'll zoom in.
Oh, cliff notes, because I got to get out of here. Okay, great.
No, totally cool if you do.
Trust me, dude. I'm staring at this.
You got to stop at 3?
No, dude. I got the whole afternoon for you. I could take you on a tour of my house. I got nothing to do. So I was like, okay, what's the first thing you do? One, a broker got a hold of me. I was like, hey, do you want to sell it? So it was like the advisor asking for shit, the investor crying a river about bullshit, someone else wanting an update. And then a broker, all within like maybe 2 weeks, was like, hey, do you want to sell this? It's probably automated. I don't know. But I met with him and I was like, I'm not for sure if I want to do it with him. He's untrusted. Who's the most trusted name? And I'm like, what is that fucking commercial I keep seeing about this fucking 3 comma club motherfucker Gaz, And I'm like, I get these shorts and it's like, what was that? How many, acquired, or it was micro acquire at the time?
Micro acquire.
Yeah. So I was like, Gaz. And then whatever it was, the Cameo guy, the guy from
Rose Hanneman.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so that worked, by the way, dude. The mind share of that worked. Cause I was like, what was that?
ROI.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And yeah, and that's really good. So that's actually really good. You should. I've never heard that before.
He says it all the time.
Oh, does he? Okay. I didn't remember. So I remember doing that, and it wasn't called Acquire at the time, but like I'd always messed around. Oh, that's what it was. I remember trying to buy something ages ago, right? Like the company was going to buy something for a few $100,000. And then I remember that commercial thing you did, or the reels or whatever. Boom, done. Tried to put it on there, fill it out or whatever. And because it was at a certain level, I got approached by it was called the Guided by Acquire program. And I was like, fuck yes, I want to do this. I want to be guided. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then met Rosa, one of the loves of my life. I don't know what I would do without her. She is absolutely amazing. Clip this, send her that. And she was the greatest person, helped me set it up, introduced me to multiple people with the Guided by Acquire program. And then the shit was up, financials were done. And then you started getting like interest once it's up, right? And then we got like so much quick interest, like 50, 60 people in the first week, right? And you're like, oh, yeah, exciting. This is going to be amazing. And we got our first LOI, And at the time, I'm like, the LOIs, oh, look at me go. I got an LOI, And yeah, so they did like a 20-day close or something, which I was like, I took a lesser price than what was on sticker price, did 20-day LOI, and they were like, all right, cool, we can do this. And then that LOI, those fucking people who I still want to publicly trash, but I won't use your forum to do so. I'll use my YouTube eventually. So they fucked around, dude. Oh, dude, there were times where one person blamed shit on a death, dude. This is a fucking organization of hundreds of people. And it's like, this deal isn't between me and you, chump. Like, this is between an organization and an organization. Find someone else, I was really on edge. And the thing
I heard from Rosa. It was tense.
Yeah, very tense.
Not on my track.
One sappy answer is my daughter, right? Like, because like there were times where I was like really, really, really dark. And I would just like go into my daughter's room and just like stare at her, to be honest, who was like 1.5, 2 at the time or whatever. And like just playing with her, just kind of like it was the only thing that could really get the thing out of the back of my head. Like I couldn't focus on sales. I couldn't really focus on anything, which is probably why I took it even more personally, So like for me, because it really is me. Like I am the business, kind of. It's kind of how I felt it as like a founder.
Yeah.
And that ended up like they ended up like doing interviews with our teams, and they were going to hire people or whatever. And I was like, "What? Do you need something? Do you need something? Do you need something? Do you need something?" And they would go days without getting back, and I'm like, "Okay, what are you doing here?" And turns out like 1 day or 2 days before, they just like pulled out. And I go, what the fuck? Like, what? I was absolutely flabbergasted, and I almost like fire sailed it. I was like, we just take it on price or whatever. And I figured out that they were most likely lying. They were probably fishing on a fishing expedition to figure something out. Because at one point, the guy said, we say what TaskMagic does. Like, we tell our customers what TaskMagic is actually doing. We're not doing that yet, right? Like any startup bullshit, right? He goes, TaskMagic is the brain. And he literally called his company like a scarecrow, right?
Huh.
And I'm like, yeah. And I go, oh, this is going to happen. Dude, 2 weeks or maybe 10 days before, 10 to 15 days-ish before it was supposed to close, the guy goes, this is 95% of the way done. 95%, right? And I go, all right, cool. Let me know if you need anything. And then all of a sudden, no. And then the reason they gave was something we addressed in the first interview before before the LOI. Like, it was something about SOC 2. And you're like, bull fucking shit, dude. Shut up. I hate you. I don't trust you. You're a fucking piece of garbage.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I know. I've seen deals fall through more than I'd like to count. But deals, like, they're just so fragile. I mean, they could have gotten scared feet. They could have had some cash flow issue. Who knows? But how did you get things on track? What happened after this?
Yeah. So I know, bitch. You can I'll retake that just in case you want to use that. But I like that. So like immediately there were 2 paths. This falls through, and I could have slinked away and fell into my bed sheets, which I was doing when there were not talking to me. And I was just like, what am I doing here? Like, I've got to do this, So, dude, I was like, I don't even know how I'm paying my bills, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I was going through this going, oh my God. Like, I put 50 grand on my Amex Platinum card. I put 45 grand on my fucking Barclays card. Like, and then the next month, I was like, okay, I have to. Right when he texted me and told me this, I was like, I gotta find another person. Got to find another buyer. And here's where lovely Rosa helped me out here. Right? She was like, okay, here's what we do. Sorry. Like we both just got into mode, right? And if it wasn't for her, I probably borderline would have cried myself to sleep that night. But she was like, okay, we'll refresh the listing. We'll put out a new thing. She immediately got a hold of, I believe, Matt.
Yeah. Matt. Great. Matt's the best. Right?
Matt's the best. Congrats to Matt as well. You are part of this. Andrew, the more I show this, the more I feel like you feel.
It's amazing. Keep showing it.
So yeah, so she talked with Matt. I was in a chain, whatever. We had new interest, right? We got 2 or 3, I don't remember at the time, 2 or 3 more LOIs, right? That were good from that. But I was like, at the time, it was like there were 2 paths: the path of depression or the path of go fucking do something, like a bias toward reaction at all times. Don't do nothing, right? And my first action was Rosa. And even then she was like, she felt bad. I can tell, because she was like, I want you to talk to Gaz. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking talk to anyone. I just want to keep going. I want action, action, action. Talking to anyone about anything. I don't need a therapist. I need to just fucking act. So it was like really getting back in there and like starting it from fresh again. And you're like, I just spent the last month and a half with someone else where I couldn't talk to other buyers, right? Because here's the thing about LOIs that I'll never put in again, which is buyers cannot talk to you and you can't talk to other people while you're in this lockup period. So 2 things, advice to everyone: don't ever fucking sign an LOI that doesn't have a breakup fee attached, some breakup fee attached, or if they do not talk to you within 3 business days, it automatically cancels at least the exclusivity portion of it, and you can talk to other people. Because I think that is one of the biggest highway robbery signals ever from a buyer, that they can just kind of dissect your business and do whatever while you can't talk to anyone else, and they don't talk to you. So that was kind of happening, those 2 pieces of advice. And lovingly, the people who bought it actually agreed to like a shorter window and no exclusivity at a certain point or whatever. It was better, right? Because they had understood what I had just gone through, so that was very happy. But there was a lot of action. And if it wasn't for the guided by acquire team, I probably wouldn't have been able to pay my mortgage.
That's amazing, man.
Knock on wood, dude. Knock on wood, bro.
There you go. You made it through. You successfully got acquired. I mean, a lot of founders would have quit right after that first offer for sure.
I can tell you, dude, I had to take out, I was like, how do I pay my personal bills through this? Right. So it was like, while I'm selling this, because I haven't really been focusing on sales, I couldn't, right? It was just me. I'm a solo founder. So I took out a $50K personal loan from Amex to pay my fucking Amex Platinum card, right? Because there is no minimum payment on Amex. You got to fucking pay it. Yeah. Okay. Never had put that much amount on it before. 50 G's, and then took out a 45 grand on the other card, took out another 50 grand from SoFi. I went almost 200K in debt within 2 months to also see this through. And people,
that's amazing.
On top of finding other things and doing other things and messaging 68 more people to dwindle down to 2 or 3. It was, Andrew, I'm not kidding you. It was the darkest time of my entire life.
Acquisitions are hard, man.
Dude,
They're hard. And you got through it on the other end. I mean, after all that, you were successful. It probably felt pretty good. Did you at least do anything to celebrate?
Didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't feel good. Honestly, it felt, I don't think it's even hit me yet. Like, because the pressure I was feeling during it was that I was currently overspending, currently trying to get investors what I could. I felt like I was like bearing all this responsibility from all of these things. And here's where it hit me. Okay, 2 things where it hit me. Yes, I was able to sit across from my loving wife as we spent over $250,000 on a car. That was fun.
What'd you get?
I got a G-Class AMG.
Nice. Did you get the G63 or the 53?
Yeah. Oh, G63, baby.
Nice. I got the E63.
Oh, you did, dude? You like it? You like the fake audio?
I've always been a big AMG fan. I've had 3.
Oh, yeah,
I've had 2 C63s, and then I recently got an E63. The sedan, the big sedan.
Yeah, I didn't want to go anything. We also have a Tesla. Like, I got the launch series Model Y last year as well. And
the G-Wagon's sick.
Dude, the fucking burble. Just you click
It's a
the
mean
button with the
car.
exhaust. It is to me the coolest fucking ride for an everyday driver that you can like. There is no. I live in LA, so it's like you do see them, right? It's not rare,
Yeah.
here especially. But like you do feel actually like $1 million.
It's a
Probably 'cause you're
gangster
riding in
car.
a car.
It's
Yeah, dude.
gangster for sure. You get it. What color you get?
Oh, matte black, dude.
Yeah, I'm at black too.
Oh yeah, nice. Matte black, red seats. My wife picked the color scheme, and the dealer where we went here called it the pink diamond because we were
Nice.
lucky to even fucking get it.
Nice.
Because we just walked in there and I was like, listen, I know how this goes. I know there's markups and all this other stuff. I've never bought one before. I'm just looking for a fuck you purchase kind of thing. And I've always liked this car, but I love the tech in my Tesla. So what do you think? And they were just like, well, have you ever gotten a loan for 100 grand before? And I'm like, no, I'll just pay cash for it or whatever. And they
That's
go,
where they get their profit.
yeah, correct. So, yeah, that was really fun experience with my wife.
It's a great way to celebrate.
We were very poor in college together, dude. Right. So like she's been with me for the beginning. So it was really cool to sit across from her and go, are we really going to wire $257,000 for this fucking thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was like really cool because we even got 9 grand for her car we turned in for it. So,
nice.
but yeah, and quickly, I guess the other 2 points were I sat down with Launch Fund who had invested in me, and it was shout out to Heidi from Launch. She gave me, and Lucas, she gave me some of the nicest fucking like, we're proud of you. You need to write a book like this. So I was given some of this. You're the first person to get all this story. I was like, I love this lady. I love this fund, which is why I let them in my current company. So yeah, there was that kind of hit that kind of felt final. And then there was this one moment, guys. I don't know if you felt this or not. So this was maybe just 2 weeks ago. All right. I still get the notifications from the main Stripe account or whatever. And it was like, this charge, someone disputed this $49 charge or whatever, And normally I would go, what the fuck happened? I would wear it.
It's not your problem anymore.
Yeah, dude. Oh, gas. I was like, this is not my prob, dude. Not my job, not my prob.
I know the feeling.
Oh, dude, I was driving around in my fucking G-Class on Mulholland, and I got this fucking email, dude. And I was like, dude, I called, who did I call? My wife. And I was like, it is finally hit me like a month and a half later. I was helping them with sales and doing everything. So it didn't hit until then, So
that's amazing.
But yeah, I
great
really
outcome.
appreciate
I hope you
you
go
guys.
on a vacation or something, decompress.
I don't know if decompression is in me. Like I've been begging my wife. We've gone to Hawaii a couple of times and it's close because we're West Coast or whatever.
I'm gonna give you a recommendation.
Yes.
Go down to San Clemente. You're in LA. San Clemente is about an hour south. I grew up there.
You grew up there? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you in San Diego?
No, I'm in San Mateo.
Oh, San Mateo. Okay.
Yeah, Bay Area.
All right, I'm gonna write this down. San Clemente.
Yeah, get like a little Airbnb, or you can stay at there's nice hotels in Dana Point or Laguna Beach. Do it for a weekend and just lay on the beach and have your daughter in the ocean. Be cheap. You don't have to buy tickets. Super easy. You want to solidify the moment. You can drive your nice G-Wagon down there and maybe pop a little bottle of champagne.
It's funny because that is normally how people celebrate a moment, right? And my celebration of my moments is always historically is around progress. Truly around we got this new customer or we got this new award, whatever it is. I did something and it turned a result. This felt, honestly, dude, outside of the financial security it brings and the one fuck you purchase, because we already have a house, right? So it's we're not moving. It's I need to make progress. I need to put in an input to get an output to feel good, right? There's nothing to make. If I sit on the beach, I'm telling you, if I sit on the beach, I'm gonna go crazy, guys. This isn't I'm not even that person. It's we already started the next thing, right? The next venture. I'm trying to push it. It's I don't know. I'm trying to, I don't think it's clicking with me, dude. How much after business apps exited? Because I do remember your exit, by the way. I remember this. I remember it was no, ready for this? You can edit this out if you don't like this. Was it 125 million?
No.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Why did
I
that
wish.
come out?
No,
Okay.
I sold it for like 20 million bucks.
Okay. Why did I think it was 125? So there you go. My memory's off.
There's like an Inc. 30 under 30 article where they like just slapped a number on it. They're like,
where they guessed?
Yeah, like the $100 million startup. I didn't
Damn.
correct them. I was like, it's kind of
Yeah,
flattering.
yeah. Well, this just says 7 figures. You know, it doesn't say it's
probably
doesn't say it's
900,000, 9.9.
Yeah, dude. So like millionaires million. It's just millions, you know?
Yeah.
By the way,
I'd say, you know, it kind of hit me when I just like when you got that dispute notification when like I left the company. I had a 3-month transition and then I was like out.
Okay.
And I like woke up and didn't go to the office one day and it was super weird.
Well, that's what's funny because now, dude, there's no office really, right? It's all remote. So I'm wondering where the shift would be, you know? So it's like, and I know you had like, I don't really know all the stats or anything, and I really didn't research this. It's just from I always kind of looked up to that business you built because I built a little thing around it, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I always saw that as I do remember you getting or on your website, you had the Inc. 5000 thing on there.
Yeah.
I always, dude, I was a broke ass bitch, like looking at your company. And I'm telling you, not even the acquire thing, because again, you can cut this shit out. I don't know. But like, I always thought like acquire was your thing you just threw your personal money into, you know? Like, I always felt like my next thing would be your acquire.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm just going to toss a bunch of money. I can hire people because I have money now. Like, I'm going to do something I'm passionate about. I ran this cash cow for a bit. You know, like, I don't know what your transition was, but how long after BizApps did you start Acquire? Micro Acquire?
Well, actually, in between Business Apps and Acquire, I had another company called Altcoin.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was like a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange.
Of course you did that.
I started that while we were in due diligence.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of a shit show. There's a long story to it, but we couldn't launch the exchange, the platform, because it would be what's known as an unregulated securities exchange by the SEC, which is a huge no-no. And this was when Ethereum was like brand new. So Ethereum was deemed as a commodity, and then the SEC deemed it as a security. And then once they deemed it as security, they fined some of our competitors and actually gave the founder of one company 6 months in jail. So I did a proactive call to the SEC and I said like, hey, we're not going to launch. We don't want to get involved in this. And I sold the parts to some other company.
How much was that? Did you sell that for, or for parts?
Like 100K.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. Yeah.
Are most acquisitions, because I don't know if he got acquired. One of my friends was on, got sold on Acquire, and he was on, I think, the no code founders or whatever.
Okay.
Josh. Remember Josh?
There's been a few Joshes.
Oh, you had him on the pod. It was Josh something.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
From No Code Founders, I think his community or whatever it was.
He's got his own podcast, right?
Okay, yeah. Oh, were you on his podcast?
I think, yeah.
Okay. All right, I didn't know. All right, cool. Yeah, that sounds great, dude. I really appreciate you doing this with me as well.
Yeah, this has been an awesome podcast, man. We went well over the usual time.
How long are these usually done?
Usually 20 minutes, man. Usually it's very just bang, bang, bang. But
yeah,
this has been such a fun conversation.
I appreciate it.
Tell me, what are you doing next? What's next for Jeremy?
I started a company. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Go into it. It is called LeadQuest. So it's a way that anyone can just search for their leads, prospects, customers, community. Like if you go into leadquest.ai and just search, it's free. It's free right now. Like you could go to LeadQuest, hit search, and just search for, hit the feelings toggle and go people who don't like HubSpot, people who don't like Zapier. And it will pull up like leads for your ICP or people you want to join your community, things like that. And it's completely free right now. So yeah, we raised a little money for that. And then this is the first public announcement I make toward it. So yeah, dude, we've had investors that are just like, dude, after you get the first one, right, the first exit, you know, it's kind of like
credibility.
Yeah, it really does. Like that you were able to take it from the beginning to the end, you know.
A huge accomplishment, Jeremy. I hope you're proud. I hope you get a chance to celebrate.
Thanks,
whichever
man.
way you choose to do that. If people want to follow you online and learn more about your story, where can they find you?
You can Google me, just Jeremy Redman, and then you'll find my YouTube. It's one of the top things on there. And then you can just click that, subscribe to my YouTube, say hi. If you do that, I give you more free leads on LeadQuest. Just hit me up.
Sounds good.
Or go to leadquest.ai. Andrew,
Put in the show notes.
Can you gas? Can you go? I would love your feedback on it.
Like right now or after the podcast?
After the podcast.
Okay,
like
yeah,
if you don't have any time. But
Yeah.
like go through it. And it is anonymous, you can go and search anonymous or whatever. But if you export leads, you have to put in your email to get the leads, obviously. But you can search for people. Bro. Search for yourself. You can search for yourself. So like, and see if it has your email or your contact info.
Sounds good.
Like,
I'll check it
and
out.
then
I'll
let me know.
send along my feedback. But Jeremy, this has truly been probably my favorite podcast ever. I think you have an incredible story. This is just an incredible accomplishment. It's been just a pleasure working with you, and I'm just glad we could be a small part in your success story, man. I know you're going to crush it with this.
Dang it. Thanks, Gaz. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the kind words. I'm a words of affirmation guy. You know, that's why I think this is so great, because this to me is words of affirmation, just written down on a wooden.
I'm going to send you 10 more of those so you can put them all over your house.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me.
Yep.